And we are live. Okay, cool. So, the golden rule is now live on YouTube. Okay, so we have a new setup here, and a lot has happened over the last 2 days. We didn't even record an episode because we got so much personal development and growth going on.
Yeah. It's like,
okay, so I just select that. Oh, okay, cool.
There you go. So
and so much has happened, man. And we just had another meeting between our super team like 10 minutes ago, and now we're here. So I just want to share first and foremost what this show is and what it means, so that we get clarity again. Because we're going through a lot of changes personally, and with this show, for the audience who listens, cool, we're glad you're here, but you guys are honestly flies on the wall of our conversation, and the changes that are happening for us. And for us with this show, it's becoming, like I was telling you downstairs, it's our outlet, it's our therapy, it's our tool to be better husbands and wives, which the nature of our business is. We have to be, in order for our goals to be realized in business. If I don't even look at the personal aspect of it, like your wife Cindy was talking about, what is this for? Yeah, that's a valid question. What is this for? And it became really solid clear to me. I mean, when I actually had the chance to voice it, not to you, you already know we're here. Yeah. But to voice it to somebody who maybe didn't see it yet, and to be on the same page, right? And to understand that I'm not just doing it for me. We're not just doing it for us, that we're doing it for our team.
It's for us.
It's for us. And so, feeling that, and I was just feeling so confident saying it too. I didn't stutter. Before, when Kevin asked me that, and his resistance to the show was episode 2, right? And I was like, if this goes out or not, whatever, it's cool, whatever. And he asked me, what's it for? It's not even related to what we're trying to do. And I'm like, is it not? And I would question too, because it was valid. Did I give myself the proper space to explore that? And if I couldn't properly say it with clarity and confidence, what the fuck are you doing here? Are you wasting your time? Valid. So valid of Cindy to speak up and ask, hey, what is it that you're doing?
So what is it for?
So me, in order for me to be the best business partner that I can be, to be the best wife that I can be, to be the best woman that I've always wanted to be. I have a couple of just cool stories to share on Cindy saying, I'm a results-driven person. I'm like, heck yeah, me too. Yeah. And the results that I'm seeing are crazy. Within the past 6 episodes, I've been telling you, that we've grown so much and made so much change in my own relationship and my own marriage with Kevin. 10 years to not be real with each other, really real, really committed. I was sitting there writing out this new plan that we have because for one thing, big announcement right here, I'm telling you guys first, is KOV is now going to be, or Bells and Lace is going to be merging with KOV. And we're finally going to be working together completely. We've always said it, but we didn't really back it up with our actions. Yeah. And in my mind, I always felt I'm a semi-business partner with my husband. I'm a semi-wife. And I actually didn't know that I felt that way. I would just do actions that were sometimes spiteful or do things not totally supportive. And so it reflected on him.
Yeah.
If I'm half committed because you're half committed, and we just do this half committed bullshit forever, for the last 10 years, right? And thinking that we're husband and wife team. But really, we were just saying it.
Just a title.
Just a title.
Yeah.
And not really executing it in the back end in our marriage. It felt fake. And man,
for 10 years.
For 10 years, Tony. 10 years I didn't know our true finances because Kevin did not trust me. And that was not just to say, oh, he doesn't trust me, he's a bad person. It's because there's a reason why he doesn't trust. And I have not shown him or asked the right questions or been offering the right support to understand why there's a mistrust. When in fact, it's not due to me. I didn't do anything, but because I didn't stand up and say, how am I going to be a supportive wife and the wife that I really want to be to you? Because I feel something's off here. Yeah. But it took somebody like you to give me the tool, the language, to ask the right questions, to know and execute the right actions of what it actually means to love somebody and support somebody. And that it doesn't come from, I'm looking for something in return.
No.
And that was just groundbreaking. Yeah. And like, now I feel supported. And now I can say those words. I don't know what it is, like being a woman or being Asian, not being able to say the direct words, like kind of always hinting around it. And like, oh, I just showed you, and you know, like this, but saying the words, I feel supported now. I feel like I can love you now completely. And like, oh my gosh, I was going to cry. We were eating sushi last night and having this conversation. Like, I was like, I'm getting so emotional. I got to hold it together because everybody can see me right here. Like, I was just sitting in the restaurant. I was just like, he was like, yeah, finally, I know that my mistrust is not with you. It's with issues with my parents that I need to address. And these are all things he's saying to me. And I'm like, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that together now. I can help you with that for sure. Because shit, I've been through that with my parents. Having to forgive my parents, you know, and having their influence always like in my head, you know, kind of messing up my own voice. And so he just showed me. I was just like, oh, it's like not a big deal. But for him, you know, it's important for me to go, it's not a big deal for me, but I understand it was a big deal for you. And I'm going to help you overcome that and let you know I'm your wife. I'm not just your business partner. I'm not your friend. I'm not your roommate. I'm your wife. And that was me taking a stand and saying, I'm here for you. Like, trust, support. I'm here for you, dude. And like, I was getting so emotional because
let it out.
I was like, holy crap. After all this time, we are finally being real with each other. And like,
let it out.
Like
10 years, you know, we've held this in.
10 years. And it's silly, the number. Like, now to feel so giving. I just always felt like I'm holding something back before. Like, here's another example where we're at the mall. We're gonna go shopping. Cool. Yeah. And like now we have this understanding where it's like, if you buy something for me, it's not like it's for work or whatever. And he said it himself. I was like, I didn't think anything. I was like, here we go again with the shopping thing. I wonder what's gonna happen. I didn't say, here we go again. Let him buy me something for himself, or it's for work, or it's related to something related to him. And I said, oh, cool, we're going to go shopping. I wonder what's going to happen today, you know? And we were shopping, and I was picking out shirts. I was like, oh, this will look good with super jewelry. Like, I can wear the chain with this. He's like, don't even think about that. Just get what you want. I was like, what the fuck? Ooh, Betty's dropping that in the store. And then I was like, okay. And then I still like, I go for things that are on sale still. So I'm not trying to show that I'm like, you know, oh, cool, I'm gonna get this, you know, never like that. And we just enjoy shopping together like we do. It's like a pastime of ours. It's just like shop and like, oh, this looks great on you. And like, here's why this looks great. And we do this thing. And then the next thing I was like, I wonder if they have a lingerie store here. Oh. He's like, oh yeah, I think they do. And then
Damn.
before he would always be like, before, like when we first started, he's like, oh cool, look at Frederick's over here. I was like, no, because in my mind,
Frederick is what?
Is like a lingerie
okay,
store.
Okay.
And then I was like, no, I don't do that. And it was because I was thinking all the time, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Because I know it's kind of like a treat for you or something like that. And I would be like, no, you don't deserve it.
Dang.
And that's how I would feel before.
Yeah.
And those are one of the ways that I would reserve myself, my support and my love, because I didn't feel loved and support. Just one of the ways. There's many ways. But this time, I was just like, we'd already had the conversation about Bells being merged into KLV. We went shopping together, and we didn't talk so much about business, but we were just being present with each other and being like, hey, what do you want? Oh, cool. Just for you. What do you want? Don't think about that. What do you want? And I was like, oh, cool.
He asked you that?
He asked me that.
Amazing.
And then I was like, I was just feeling like I've always wanted to get lingerie. But I feel not confident enough or something. And Tony, you said when a couple days ago, we're doing a shoot, oh, Meg, you're looking more.
What I wanted to say?
You were like more, like I was like losing weight.
Look,
no, but you said the right word.
What I really wanted to say, because I don't want to overstep or anything, but like Kevin, what I really want to say this for you is that you're becoming a woman that you are. Because again, when we first met, you were more of a tomboy.
I've always been.
It almost felt as if you were not just comfortable in your own skin, trying to be, somebody else or something else, maybe, right? But the fact that like even now, like you're just progressing to become an amazing woman and looking like a woman, feeling like a woman is coming out. And I know that Kevin's realizing that too. And he's like, lingerie, whoa, So please, go on.
So like. But when you said that, I had just made a video privately for myself to acknowledge that, I don't know, ever since I've become a more supportive wife, it's helping me realize and be more confident and becoming the woman that I've always wanted to be. And I've always wanted to explore sex talk, feminine topics, like be comfortable to wear makeup if I wanted to, not to look like something else, but to go, hey, these are tools to enhance or to play or to be feminine. And I've always wanted to do that. I just never had the courage or the confidence or something. Like I just didn't see myself that way. But as I was starting to get more supportive, and that was reflecting in just the way that I speak and the way that I walk and the way that I think about myself, the woman that I always wanted to be was starting to come out. And I was starting to just be more comfortable with myself. And the affirmation that you told me, I was in my massage chair, you are beautiful, you are handsome. Like, I said it, and like all these things are just working. And then with the lingerie thing, I think there's one here. I was like, I don't know, it looks kind of like not the high quality. And I was like, we got to go to Victoria's Secret. And I was like, okay, let's go eat first, and then we'll go hang out after. I'm like, okay, cool. And then during dinner, we had the huge conversation about what it's really going to look like when Bells merges into KLV. And then we had an even deeper conversation where the result was, yes, now I feel supported by you now. Now I feel like my husband is going to take care of me. Whereas it often felt like I had Bells and Laces photography so that I can pay for my stuff, because my husband wasn't going to do it. It's not that I expect him to do it, but it's just this like, I'm here for you. I'm working for us. I'm here to help you, support you, and I know that I can bring value. And there should not be this divide. The only reason why I set up Bells is because I thought that's what you expected of me. And so like, that's what I did. I had to pay my way or whatever. And honestly, it made me feel like I'm not your wife. That I'm always just on the outside. And he's like,
Christian,
yes.
Did you feel like that out in your marriage as well?
Yes.
Like just, I'm not even your wife, I'm just your roommate?
Your roommate. I would often feel like that, or like, oh, I'm your like kind of good friend and you fuck me sometimes. Like, I would feel like that.
Mm.
Because, yeah, you want to take all of the goods, like, oh, sex or companionship, but do you really value my mind and my heart and the input and the contribution that I'm giving beyond all that shit that's going to fade? You know, like, sex is fine, whatever. Like, it's there. It's important.
Yeah.
But, like, through it all, what's getting us through every single day, it's like, it's our business, it's our life, it's the conversations that we have, it's all the stuff in between, the little moments. And, like, I would just often feel, I'm just here to cook. I'm just here to fuck. I'm just here to clean and do the things that you don't know how to do. And, like, I didn't feel equal. And finally, I was able to voice it, you know? But at the same time, because I'm now here, I'm able to say all that shit and, like, I'm not hurt anymore. I healed. And that was the work that we did together to really heal. And you allowed me a space to be angry. But because you're not my husband, I don't have to worry about not saying everything, not being truly real. And it gave me a safe buffer, you know, to do that. And then to come back into my marriage. And I did falter a little bit. I told you about that time where I got hecka pissed. It was like, dude, what are we doing? But I was able to come back and be here now where I'm, like, at peace with it and feeling like we're husband and wife, like, truly, like, wow, you know, like, seeing the finances. There was no disregard. And I would be like, I pulled a Tony again. And I said, you know, why do you have a mistrust in me for money? He's like, oh, well, I guess because, you know, my mom wasn't very good with it. And my dad just mistrusts everybody. And I was like, okay, let's explore that, you know, and it became more of a safe place to be vulnerable, which was, I think, very important for him to say, oh, okay, I realize I have some trust issues. He said that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can see where it comes from. And I'm just like, I'm just here, like, just waiting for him to grab my hand. And he's now seeing it and, like, actually trying now. And actually doing it, actually, not even trying, but, like, he's there. And he just made that leap. There's always been a fear in him, which, you know, that fear-based mindset. And that is just really powerful. But through our work here on the show, I was able to use the right language this time. And I've been trying that for ages. I know that the relationship with his parents is tricky. And the language can trigger so many bad things, negative things. And so I'm so proud of him too, like, to be able to acknowledge and recognize and be self-aware and let go. And you're seeing that. You saw that this morning. Like, wow, he does seem lighter. He does seem freer. Freedom, you know, that's our theme here. So we got, we went into Victoria's Secret.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
can't forget about this.
Can't forget about that. And then I was like, well, which one should I get? You know, just, you know, play, like, you know, inviting the femininity and being comfortable and us just being okay, like looking at things, oh, this one's nice, whatever, you know. He's like, you can get 3 outfits. I was like, damn, all right, let's go. So pick 3 outfits. They're really nice. And, like, and now it's something that we have. And now in the bedroom, like, he's even more vocal.
Ooh.
I'm super vocal, but now we're
like vocals. He's like,
no, not just say, oh yeah, it feels good. Okay, that's like the typical. That's the basic. That's the basic.
Does he
vocal.
say sweet things?
So now he's saying things to me, giving me direction, right? And I'm like, and now I have the confidence to give you direction. So that's super awesome for me, because that means if I can be truly real with you in the bedroom, in your most vulnerable state,
freaking naked, you know?
Your most vulnerable state, right? And we're still getting better at it. We're learning each other, like, we're learning how to use our words and everything like that, and, like, not letting oh, I have to say something right now. No pressure from that. You know, just being us. You know, we don't have to be what we see, like, you know, in the movies or something like that. Like, not thinking about that. I know that that's probably still there, and that will kind of like always be there, but to just be comfortable with us, to say what we feel at that time, like be present basically, and like own it instead of acting like, I don't know, like before it was just templated, like I used to say, right? Templated. We have a template. And now it seems like we just go with the flow. There's more talking. There's more direction. I feel more comfortable giving direction. And it's so important for a woman to direct her man. So it's like, I feel more comfortable doing that now versus before I was like, I don't want to like hurt his feelings, or I'm not used to it, or I'm like not.
Ego.
Yeah, like, you know, so now I feel confident telling him. I don't feel weird about it. I used to feel really weird because I just wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
So now I'm confident. So that translated into that, and I'm like, that's so cool. It's not just like me wanting to get lingerie, and it looks great. Like, I love it.
Yeah,
I'm like, now I want to get it for me.
Yeah.
You know, like,
why not?
Yeah, I want to get it for me. And like, at first I was like, oh, you deserve it now for a second. But now it's like, no, it's for us. You know, when we do this, when we play, like, that's for us.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that was just another way of me learning how to be more supportive and confident and loving, like my affirmation says.
But think about it. Let's say, like, in the lingerie field, right? You want to buy lingerie for your man, or let's say your boy, right? But then you're not comfortable enough. You're doing it for him, but he will go off your energy.
Yeah.
Like, if you buy it for him, but you're not comfortable in it, he's gonna be like, just take it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that you own it for yourself, and you can proudly walk in it sexy, feel feel like a woman, feel like I own this body, I own this lingerie. He will pick up on it and whoop, you know, and it's gonna go up. Like, no, seriously, like, that energy, it's not this. It's surface.
It's surface, but the energy they're giving out,
the pheromones are. You can't see pheromone, you feel it. You know what I mean? And you can't see energy, you feel it.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you are giving it out to him, he's gonna be like, whoa. You know, like, time to be a man. You know, I gotta step up too. Like,
the response was immediate. Yeah, it was great. It was great for me to finally, because I always want to. And I want to explore my own femininity, but I'm like afraid for some reason or whatever. I don't feel like, next time, or like putting it off, or, you know, like just not following through for some reason. I can't really put into words why, because I've always been thinking about it ever since I started creating content. But it's like,
thinking about what?
Thinking about talking about this part of me.
Oh, the
femininity,
the bedroom,
all that stuff, all of the feminine stuff that I always get scared to do. I always think about it. Like, I've been writing stuff. I've been wanting to talk about this. And like, I'm like, and I chicken out, basically. I chicken out at the end, and I'm like, I don't know where those notes are. And then I just like,
it's all here.
Next time. Yeah, it's all here.
Now you're letting it out.
Yeah. And afraid, like, oh, if my parents watch it, they'll think something. But it's like, honestly, like, you had a girl and she's now a woman, so that's what happens. So respect it. Yeah, like, you can watch her now, like, it's okay. I'm at peace with it.
And what did your mom say recently?
Oh, she just said it's so good.
It's good.
It's so good. And well, that was like the first episode. So I haven't checked in with her, but like, I mean, she's welcome. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome to be a part of this, you know, and like, again, bringing it back to what we're doing this for. It's for us to just be better people. So those are all my stories. I know it was a lot, again, like, and
thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Tony, for giving me the space to do that.
Why shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like I told you in the beginning, right? A boy's gonna be quick to just say his thing, quick to just think about what he wants to say. He's not listening to you. He's just waiting for the opportunity for you to take a breath so he can come in and just talk about him. the difference between a boy and a man is, again, selfishness and selflessness.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you can do a lot from that foundation. And so what this show really means to me is the fact that anything is possible. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Because 2 years ago, I was in like a shitty ass time in life. You know, what the hell was I doing in my life? Nothing.
What were you doing?
I was just working for this, Japan company, like with jewelry and stuff like that. But then, like, I felt like, and I was playing games with my wife there. I was living with my in-laws and like still being supported, like, from my parents, because I wanted this lavish lifestyle. I wanted to be a man. But I felt like I was just a stay-at-home dad with a salary. I didn't really feel like a man, because I thought that, being a man, as an Asian man or whatever, you gotta be the breadwinner, bring home the bacon, bring home the money. And that's what I thought was true, but it wasn't. I've learned that it's more than that. And, I learned this self-affirmation, like, hey, what could it hurt, right? My life is already pretty shitty. Like, what could it hurt? So I just started telling myself every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And my life has become so amazing.
Yeah.
To the point where I love my life. I love my life. And like,
that's great to hear, because we haven't even made money in Super.
I have. And another thing, look, I'm still being 100% supported by my mom and dad. I used to feel guilty. I used to feel embarrassment and shame. But now the difference is, look, I made an agreement with my parents. Hey, support me. If it takes 3 years, that's the max. I'm putting a cap on my own support off of my parents. So it's kind of like, look, like, I know what we're building here is going to work because I believe in it. I'll die for it if I have to. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on going. And then just the fact that they felt that energy, they felt that commitment from me. And even now, my parents or my mom, she's always like, what are you doing? Or like, like, how you think your business is going to be better? Like, stuff like that. And I'm like, don't worry. Give it time.
Yeah.
My team and I, my partners and I, we're going to hustle this. But I love this, what we're doing with the Golden Rule, because this sets the tone of everything in my life. The better I become from this conversation with you, I become a better business partner. I become a better husband. I become a better friend. And I'm working on becoming a better son. And better body. Like, I'm actually happy with who I am, how I look. Like, damn. Like, really, like, I feel good.
Yeah.
And
you look good, dude.
Thank you.
So many pictures to prove that too. Like, man.
Thank you. Progress,
Yeah.
And it's like, it's freedom to me. Freedom to know that you don't have to be stuck by your parents' teachings, which came from their parents' teachings. It came from fucking like generations ago.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, it came so damn long ago that why is it still here when the rules have changed? We're not in arranged marriages. We have a choice. We have the freedom to think about who we want to be now. And I'm not saying I'm not grateful. I'm grateful that my parents made that sacrifice so that we can be free, right? And yet they didn't want us to be free.
Weird, isn't it?
Explain that.
I don't know. That would be something to explore and maybe, I don't know, ask our parents at some point.
But again, like, they're stuck in the past.
Yeah.
And yet I hear hints of them wanting to be, I could have been a dancer.
Yeah.
I could have done this.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm just like, damn. But respect the fact that, you made your choice in that time. Like, no one really put a gun to their head, like, you have to do this. They made a choice at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And my parents right now, they're established, they're good.
Yeah.
But yet they still live like they're starving. Like, they have to survive. And like, look, it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. Like, you gotta tell yourself that if you want something, you gotta get better at it. You gotta be that person. Like, okay, for example, you wanted to, in the past, you wanted to be that better wife, you know, the supportive and everything, but is it maybe you just did what you thought a supportive woman or wife would do, but you were not being that supportive wife.
Yes.
You were just doing, and you were just having the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it all starts here.
Yeah.
So I think that's why also it's like, I believe and I feel that because you weren't that wife here, you weren't really you weren't really doing it.
Yeah.
You just thought about an image and just like, oh,
it's
okay.
True. Yeah.
You know? Because it comes from your heart, it comes from your mind. Like, I asked Kevin, right? I was like at the gym today. I was like, hey, so how's your marriage? Like, how's your relationship? You know? And he's like, yeah, it's getting better. I'm like, sick, you know, like, and then I asked him specifically.
That sounds like it.
I asked him specifically, right? I was like, when you guys go into an argument, like, what, like, how did it feel, right? And he's like, well, I already knew that Meg was coming out angry, so I was just already like, whoop, escaping in his way, you know. But the fact that now it's like changed. He says a lot of we, our, when he speaks to me, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool because you didn't do that before. It was always I.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
But it just naturally comes out as we, our choice. You know, I'm just proud of him.
Me too.
And I'm proud of you because one of you had to do it. And the fact that you've always wanted, you know, to do self-improvement and just focus on yourself. I think for that, for you and I, because I was the same, we're searching for something. We're searching for that answer. We're searching for that formula. That feeling to be who we want to be. Yeah. But honestly, there's a lot of bullshit out there. You know? Too much bullshit, actually. Yeah. It just tells you, oh, be who you want. But yeah, how? How, yeah. And it's so freaking simple. It is. Like, honestly.
Like a couple of days to see the results. 10 years, you think it's so hard, it can't change. I've been doing this for 10 years. That's the way it's always been. And that's a story that we often default to because, honestly, we think that's easier. And it takes too much energy to, like, have the discussion. We often tell ourselves that, like, oh, it's just too much. I'll just, like, it's not even a big deal.
We're comfortable in that.
You know? Yeah. But actually, it may feel like a lot of change is going down when you start doing things different that are outside your comfort zone. But when it's just like the domino analogy again, you set them all up, right? And maybe that takes a little bit of work and maybe there's some resistance there. But then honestly, when you line that shit up and then boom, you just give a little push, it's like, boosh, all this stuff starts happening. It's like you're in this positive vortex. You may falter a little bit because like nobody's perfect, but like, boom, it happens. Like that's what I'm feeling. And that's incredible. And that's why I was like just so overwhelmed. I was like, whoa. 10 years to finally realize that we can be on the same team.
But describe that feeling of like, describe it. Like, how did you really feel?
I felt like I can truly give everything to you now. Yeah. Like we got married, you know, we did that whole thing. We just said the vows too. And I thought it's there. But honestly, like if I think back to those times when I was writing my vows, I still had like, I don't know, like I'm still thinking about the repeated fights that we would have and like not really knowing how we were going to fix it or something. But just trusting. I'm going to trust. I'm going to just write the vows. Like, I'm here. I don't know how, whatever, but I'm here. Like, okay. And then now it's like, oh, now I can give everything to you in every aspect of my life. Yeah. That's magical too. That's what it also means. Before I would be reserved in the bedroom. Like I would try sometimes, but honestly, like I got lackluster and like I wanted so much to be more sensual, more sexual, more vocal, more expressive. But it was reflection of what was happening in our daytime life. Like when we're working and everything, like work only, do the routine, do what's expected, template. and it reflected in our sex life, basically. Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
So you know how it's all about being, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you were dating Kevin, or let's say when you did make the vows, who were you being?
I was trying to be a wife.
But who were you?
A shell.
But
Like,
who were you though?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, who were you? Like, what was your identity?
I think it was this idea of what a wife is.
Yeah.
Like just an idea. Not really being it. Not really executing. Like, I know what my mom is as a wife. I know who my cousin is as a wife. I have these examples. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do.
So you were being
somebody else.
Your cousin.
Cousins, friends, like, oh, I see your relationship. That looks pretty good. I should be a little bit more like that.
Yeah.
Like my friend Anne, who married us.
Yeah.
You know, she's the one that taught me the behavior is separate from, but after marriage, behavior is separate from the person. Yeah. And I would always kind of like look to her as my marriage, like hashtag goals, you know, with them. I know they weren't perfect or anything, but I didn't know how to find the resource or find it within myself to be like, who am I as a wife for me and my own definition? Yeah. You know, because my situation is my situation. I cannot look outside of myself and look for an answer there. I can take influence and tools and lessons like from you, but I'm like, in practice as a practitioner, you know, as like in real life when shit gets real, like who am I then? Oh, I had to define it for myself. And that's what I've been doing these past 5 days, 6 days. And I'm like, oh, wow. That's who I am. That's me. And now I can show it to you and give it to you freely now, you know, because there's nothing to like, kind of like, there's nothing to get in the way or like look to somebody else or ask somebody else. Like, I just go to me. Like, I trust me to be me.
See, now you are you, right?
Yeah.
So I have to ask you again, now that you realize and you're aware that now as a wife, you are you as that wife.
Yes.
Who were you before? When into 10 years ago? Who were you?
I don't know. Just maybe some expectation. I have no idea. Just a girl. You know what I mean?
Trying to be who? You know?
Trying to be a woman.
Yeah.
But there's no real example for me.
Except
parents, or like, I'm always looking at my old self. You know, or like, oh, it's the way it's always been. I would always look to my old self. Like, you know, that negative self-talk that says, no, you don't really do that. No, you don't really talk in bed. You don't really wear lingerie. You don't really wear red lipstick.
Who told you all that?
Me.
But then somebody had to have told you that.
No, I feel it's really? Like, yeah, it's just me saying like, there before I would be like, I don't wear pink. Yeah. That was like a rule that I had for some fucking reason. I was like, why do I have this dumbass rule? Pink is awesome. Who told me pink was weird? It probably started out when I'm a kid where I'm like, I just see I'm attracted to masculine things. And because of the way that I was brought up, like, and because I was a tomboy and things like that, I didn't have any girlfriends, honestly. No girlfriends, always have guy friends. And I would think that the girl side is weak. And not, you know what I mean? Like, so stupid.
Did somebody tell you that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I really cannot think. But I would think pink is weak. Yeah. Pink is girly. Yeah. That was one thing I used to say. I was like, I'm not girly. Yeah. I'm like, what's wrong with being girly? I'm like, it's so dumb. And now I'm like, yes, girly, whatever. Like, whatever you feel. Like, sometimes if I want to be masculine in my own way, like, cool, be masculine. Have that masculine side to you. Not be a man, but there's a masculinity and a femininity in everybody. You know, it just, where do you fall in the spectrum? And so I I want to be comfortable going either way because I say so, because I feel like it, because I want to, you know. So to me, now I'm giving myself permission to explore this whole other side of me that's always been there. It's always been there. Yeah. But I just never give myself permission for some reason. I'm judging myself. Yeah. Nobody told me that shit. Honestly, like if I really think hard, I'm like, who told me? Nobody. It's some weird story that I made up for myself to live by. I don't wear pink. I don't wear lipstick. I don't wear heels. Like before you met me, Tony, like no dresses. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Years ago. Now I was like getting comfortable a little bit. Now I'm buying lingerie. I didn't buy it. My husband bought it. So like, no, but now I want to buy lingerie. This morning, I think I start the collection now. So you know what I mean? Like I would just never think like that. And to imagine myself wearing that and being like, oh, cool, that looks awesome. That looks cute. Awesome. And not judging myself anymore. No. So stupid. So silly.
Negative self-talk.
Yes, I didn't realize that. But because I'm now giving myself freely, openly, honestly to my husband, like, it's helping me realize, like, awesome, like, cool, I'm confident. I am the woman that I wanted to be.
You are the woman you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You've always been a woman.
It's always been there. It was weird. It just, you know, I was hiding it. I didn't want to uncover it. Or I was afraid that if I did, I wouldn't get a result that I liked or something like that. But now I just go for it. And then the response is always like, ooh, awesome, cool.
There's a difference.
There's a difference, yeah.
And it's also how you feel.
Yeah.
And that comes off like, you know, people say, you're glowing, right?
Yeah. Like you're so infectious with your energy. And people who don't even know you say that too.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, your energy. Yeah, your energy is so infectious. Yeah.
But it's like, that's what it is. Like, but that all comes from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because before, I used to just give energy, right? But I get burned the hell out. Because I was like, it's
hard.
I wanted something out of it. Like, even working out or being fit and stuff, it's just, I worked out for what? To get praise, to get affirmation that I am getting better. You know, it's like, but when I don't hear it, I'm just like, fuck. You know, I'm like, fuck, no one's saying, so I'm not getting better. You know?
The validation.
I needed validation so badly from everybody, you know, in all areas. Like, oh, comparing my marriage to other people's marriages, like, oh, you guys are a little more fucked up than mine, so I'm doing good.
Oh my God. Yeah, I felt that way too. I was like, well, at least I'm not.
Yeah.
How poisonous is that?
But it's like, look, that's not even looking at your own marriage. Like, that's not even looking deep within yourself. So I think, you know, as soon as I started saying to myself, every day and every way I'm getting better and better and better, the cool thing is that I started saying, what else can I specifically say? So I started saying every day and every way. You know, my body is getting better and better and better. But then again, those are all stuff that I wanted to have, right? So when it really changed for me recently is being that person. So it's kind of like, okay, what's the value of a healthy person? Or what's the value of an entrepreneur? So now I'm just telling myself things like every day and every way I'm getting better and better and better at being a healthy, active, slim, lean man, you know? And like, I'm just trusting the process. I just let it go. Just say it, but just know that I am getting there.
Say it, let it go.
Say it, let it go, and just go throughout your day. Like, how much? Like we believe that words don't mean shit to us, right? So we're so careless about what we say, mainly about ourselves, and we allow these lyrics from music, you know, to just like dictate what we should feel or how we should think. But no more.
Right.
And all these media companies out there, they want your mind. They want you to feel that, look, if you buy this, you're gonna feel a certain way. But it's all really like, it's just so shallow, but it's not gonna make you feel that way. Maybe for the time being, for like a week. But then you're going straight back to who you think you are. So I think that's why it's so important to improve your mindset every day.
Every day.
You just can't stop.
The daily practice.
Yeah, daily practice for yourself, for your own mind. Like, why not? You deserve that. You deserve to say great things about yourself. Right? You say great things about other people.
Yes.
But when it comes to yourself, like, what are you really telling yourself? Like, one time I said, the first time I did it, it was scary as hell. Because I was like, every day and every way I'm getting better and better, right? No, you're not.
Yeah.
What the fudge? Like, who the hell is saying that? Me. And I go through that on a daily basis. But I'm just not conscious of it.
Are you getting better?
Yeah.
But that voice is getting quieter?
I used to be a slave to my own mind. Like, I thought a devil was in my head. But that was just me. But I was influenced so much by other people taking in all the negative and just saying it to myself. Believing that is me. I'm fat, or I'm lazy, or I'm selfish, or I'm not good enough. All these negative self-talk was just clouding my mind, you know, clouding my life. And then my life became that way.
Right.
But now it's quiet.
You have clarity now?
Like, I'm in the present moment. Like, honestly, like, I love it. It's so peaceful, so quiet.
Yeah, peaceful.
Like, I don't have to think about what I'm gonna say next. It's just doesn't matter to me anymore. Like, it's just going. It is what it is. The present.
Right. Love it.
So that's why I love my life. And like, I love what this is doing for our marriages.
Yeah.
For ourselves.
Yeah.
And just our business. You know, I love.
It's a ripple effect.
It is. And I know that this is the exciting part. I want to do something new with you, right? Being a supportive, encouraging, loving wife. Keep that going.
Okay.
What else do you want to see improving in your life?
Definitely. I always kind of forget about it, but I need to start addressing my physical state, my mobility, my flexibility. It's been such a dirty secret. And I've been so afraid to voice that I need help, that I need support. Not that I've been afraid, like I do ask for it, but not facing the issue completely, running away from it. And even like when I was reading one of my books, you know, it said, understand and accept that you've been in pain for a long time. Understand and accept that you have let it. You have let it get to this point where you are attached to your pain. You're attached to your pain. I was like, no, I'm not. Of course I don't want to be in pain.
Yeah.
But, actually, you've been in pain for 6 years. I think you're attached to it because you didn't do shit about it for 6 years. Real stuff, real work, real mental fortitude and focus to fix yourself. What did you do? You just kind of complain. You just tell everybody your back hurts. You just right? Like, you could have done something. But what did you do? You just had one experience, one time. You took that for everything that it was worth, and you just told your own future, and now you're living it. Now, when I met you guys, the first thing that I put on the paper was I want to be flexible, mobility, and get back to the sports that I love. You know, that was the thing that I was talking about. I didn't even know all this other shit that I need to work on yet. But then now, yes, I'm working on that. The marriage is improving. It's so much better than it's ever been. It's like, it's incredible. I'm becoming the woman that I want to be. Now my body must follow.
Yeah. So
and forget about it.
No.
So every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at being strong, flexible, mobable, and active woman.
Yeah.
So there. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Because like I told you and Cindy before downstairs, I'm not the woman who needs to be doted on. I am strong. Before, you guys don't even know. Before, when I used to rock climb, when I used to taekwondo, when I used to spar, when I used to box, when I used to lift, deadlift and squat and all this stuff, I used to do that. I can do that still. I know. I just need to put the mental fortitude and the work, that the same thing I did for my marriage And for my own personal life, I need to do that now for my body. So one thing at a time is great. It's like, it's just another domino to line up and fall down, like to be in line.
And you will naturally do it, and you'll naturally have that because, again, you're focusing on who you want to be.
And I have a team of healers like Dr. Barbara Chang, your wife, and now you guys like in my corner. I feel supported now to actually heal. When before I was like, nobody knows this pain that I have. I keep shooting and I'm in so much pain, and wake up with pain, go to sleep with pain. Like that kills a person. If you've been in pain for a long time, like it starts to eat away at you where it's like, it starts to kill your spirit. That you cannot do the certain things that you want. Simple things, simple, basic life things, you know? And that's why I'm so grateful, is because I'm not dead. I have it in my ability to be better, but I was attached to my pain for 6 years for whatever reasons, you know, lots of reasons. So now it's time to say, bye-bye. I see you. I see you there. And now focus for being better and getting back to where I want to be, you know? And you guys will see.
Oh, I know you're going to show
And we're all going to rock climb together or whatever, you know, like do something active together where I'm no longer on the sideline saying, oh, you know, my back. Or,
they're going to be in the field playing.
Yes.
You're going to be helping us win.
Yes.
For real.
That's what I want. So that's my affirmation.
That's who you will become. Like, I promise you. That's who you're going to become.
I feel it, dude. And it's not just me saying, I feel it. Like, no, I feel it. Like, this is my time now to be to get back my flexibility, my strength. You know, it's my time now. I was like, oh, okay. It's just been, I just had to get here mentally. Yeah. So.
Your belief in yourself.
Yes. I think we went over 30 minutes.
Oh my! It happens. Yeah, but this is our first time going live.
First time going live, so thank you so much for
Tony. You should be on you.
Thank you so. I don't know how this works, but thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the first time we're going live. This is just going to make my production process easier. We hope you enjoyed just being a fly on the wall, these conversations that we're having. Tony, thank you again as always. You magic pill you. Okay, so see you next time here on the Golden Rule.
Thank you. Golden Rule, baby.
Oh, I'm Meg. We didn't even introduce ourselves. We just went right into it.
Go ahead.
Once again, my name is Meg Le Vu.
My name is Tony Chang.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.